Alrighty, what up? It's Shankster94, and welcome to my 55th weekly Q&A. I'm your host, the Gamer Shankster, also known as Shankster94. This is a place for you guys to ask questions, receive answers, communicate with each other, have pitiful comment wars, and the occasional troll who come around and get immediately blocked upon inspection. Alright, so first thing you guys might notice right away is I'm actually trying a different angle here. I'm in the same room as I always do it in, just at a different angle. I actually got natural light to my right here, and I wanted to make use of that. So, yeah. And yeah, with this angle, you can see my awesome Resident Evil World poster next to me. If you didn't know, I'm also wearing my Umbrella t-shirt. Alright, so who do we got here? We got usual contenders. Wyatt Chatrin, Man of Muff, Anthony Usury, Robert Nitor, Carlos Aranda, Chet from Good Springs. Yeah, and the slow mode crap. Yeah, I'm doing it on a weekend and at 5, so it's like a really good time, apparently. Alright, so let's go ahead and start the 1 hour timer. Here we go. So, first question I will answer. It's from my Chachin, of course. Did I hear about Trump canceling his meeting with Kim Jong-un? Yep. Stupid. Nightboy. Hey, so you haven't been here since I switched up the format with the text? But yeah, I changed it up, so now it's transparent. And actually, it's easier to read, and you can actually see your guys' avatars. So, it's nice. Hi, the Grim Reaper 121. Hope you're not here to take my soul. Manef, did I see your Skype message? No, I haven't yet, actually. I haven't. I'm not, like, always on Skype. I only open it up, like, when I'm about to do a Skype session with, like, Wyatt Chatrin or something. Wyatt, have I seen Infinity War yet? No, I really want to. I also really want to see Deadpool 2, which, actually, it's going to happen later today, I think. I got my bottle of water in case my throat gets sore. Yo, Ed's 28th, what's up? Wyatt, the most concurrent viewers I've had in a canonical Q&A. Well, all of my Q&As are canonical. But anyway, I believe it was somewhere around 28. Had 28 concurrent viewers at one moment. I don't know if I'll ever have that again. Now, even though there's 28 people watching, I highly doubt all 28 of them were actually, like, commenting. Not everyone who watches these, I think, asks a question. They just watch for the hell of it. AG22, when am I going to cut my hair? Not for a long time. I want it to reach, like, and it needs to reach my neckline, like, down here, at least, before I consider getting rid of it. Like, I got rid of the neck beard, but this head hair thing is still a goal that I'm not going to give up early, like the neck beard. Nightboy Ryan, I'll have to LMK how I'll have to let you know how Deadpool 2 is. You're seeing it sometime this week. Sure, I'll let you know. If you attend the next Q&A and you asked how was Deadpool, like, I'll let you know. Wyatt Chatrin, who's older, my mom or my dad? My dad is older. Manif, you have unlimited data caps, but your internet is kind of slow. Okay, well, I hope it doesn't crap out on you. Carlos Aranda, you got an ad upon entering this chat. It seems I'm getting recognized. Well, that's interesting. I mean, I do enable monetization and ads on these Q&As, but was that the first time you actually got one when you entered it? I mean, these Q&As, like, realistically aren't that popular. They don't get a whole bunch of views after the fact. Maybe my 52nd one did, because that was a really special one, but I don't know. Okay. Wyatt, the dumbest thing I've said to my girlfriend thus far. Let me think about that. I personally feel like I've never said anything dumb. But then again, I guess I wouldn't know. I actually can't think of what it would be if I did. She'd probably have a better answer. Okay, AG22. When's the last time I cut my hair? August 27th last year. I took a pair of clippers and put a half-inch extension on it and just did a buzz cut. So I only had a half-inch of hair on my head back then. That's when I started growing it out. Wyatt, which is not worse, chicken or beef? Which is not worse, chicken. Nightboy Ryan, instead of letting you know, you will. Yeah, use let you know, because I'm not too familiar with that acronym. I don't use texting lingo unless like it's something everybody knows. Yeah, you remember me. Yeah. Carlos Aranda, the first time you saw an ad on here, yeah. And I just got a new subscriber just now. I don't know if he's watching this Q&A or he came upon my channel and just decided to subscribe, but yeah, we got a subscriber. Wyatt Chatron, why are you saying it, which is not better? Why are you making it so confusing? But anyway, which is not better, pepperoni or salami? Not better, for me, salami. I'd rather have pepperoni than salami. Absolute MMA 101. Resident Evil 2 Remake is confirmed to show at E3 in a couple weeks. What do I think? Are you for real? Are you sure? Like, I mean, again, I don't follow the news too much on Resident Evil. If it shows up on, like, my subscription base or, like you just did, someone tells me about it, then I'll look into it. But, yeah, if that's really the case, I mean, it's about freaking time. Arturo Torres. Does my girlfriend have any interest in the Resident Evil series? She's probably about it. But that's fine with me. No one has to like everything. She's more into anime, which I really fancy. Okay. Dallas Martinez. Hey, long time no see. Yeah, for sure. It's 28th. Have I watched Deadpool 2 already? No. Man of Muff. Yeah, after the Q&A, test a 3-way Skype. We could. AG22. You know I hate Call of Duty and Battlefield, but which of the two would I play? Between Call of Duty and Battlefield, I would rather play Call of Duty. Because the reason I hate it is because I have experience with it, and anytime I've tried playing online, just run into a bunch of assholes, and, like, no, it's just not my type of game. I do somewhat enjoy gun game, though, ever since it was introduced in Black Ops. It's the only thing I may like about Call of Duty. Battlefield, I don't give a shit about those, so I never played a Battlefield game, so you could say I'm sort of biased on that, but yeah. Wyatt Chatron, is Resident Evil 2... you're just playing with me now. I'm not going to even bother answering that question. Nightboy, getting ready for the summer? Oh, hell yeah. Can hardly wait. In fact, hell, it's almost hot enough to probably a lake would feel very great right now. The Grim Reaper. What is my favorite anime? Naruto. Naruto Shippuden, if you want to be more specific. I don't differentiate the two, though. What, Shatran? Pissed if that one guy stole my girlfriend. Yeah, good luck trying. Absolute MMA 101. Resident Evil 2 Remake is said to use cinematic style over-the-shoulder gameplay with 1080p 30 frames per second and 4K 60 frames per second on the PS4 Pro. Seems like it's PS4 exclusive. Will I get a PS4 finally? Absolute MMA, I guess you never heard. I actually have a PS4. I've had a PS4 for like, I'd say close to 5 months. I just don't do much on it. I only have like a couple games for it. So joke's on you. Arturo Torres. Own an airsoft version of Barry Samurai Edge or own an airsoft version of Leon Silver Ghost. I would rather have Barry Samurai Edge big time. It's a much neater weapon for me. Spy Red Rum. Finished most of your tests for your junior year. Sweet, man. Congratulations on to your final year. Is it high school or college, though, for you? Man of Muff. Sheva versus Ada. I think Ada would win. AG22. Have I ever rolled my ankle? Oh, yeah. A few times in my life. And it sucked every single time. Most recent time was the worst time. Stupid, too, on a skateboard. White Chatron, would I ever schedule a Q&A for one time, but actually start it at a different time just to troll you? I don't know. It would be pretty fucked up if I did that. Especially for someone like you who actually calls off work to actually attend these sometimes. Nightboy, Manif just hit you up on PlayStation app after the stream if you're tired or not busy. I mean, I already have one thing planned after this stream. I'm not going to really have time to do a bunch of other stuff because I actually plan to go see Deadpool 2 an hour after the stream supposedly ends. So, Dallas Martinez, speaking of the heat, your grandpa's house has 3 air conditioners and it doesn't get cold at all. Well, that sucks. You need central AC. White Chatron, would I enjoy 1v1 with you with you subscribers in a Call of Duty game? No, not really. I don't think I would. Ed's 28th. Top 3 least favorite Akatsuki members from Naruto Shippuden. Top 3 least favorite. Okay. Okay, we'll go with Zetsu, Kisame, and does Orochimaru count? Because he was once part of Akatsuki. If not, then I guess I'll go with Deidara. Alright. Carlos Ronda, what's with the DLC's titles of Resident Evil 7? What do you mean? Daughters, Not a Hero, End of Zoe? I don't know. I'm not the one who made them. Arturo Torres, Sherry, Resident Evil 2 versus Ronnie in a fight to the death. Sherry, probably. Okay, respect. White Chatron, what's the last movie I remember watching that had a surprisingly good ending? The fact that the movie's ending was good, hopeful needs to have surprised me. That had a surprisingly good ending? Probably Avengers Age of Ultron. AG22, why do anime girls have to be thick? What's wrong with that? Do you have something against thick girls? I sure as hell don't. Nightboy Ryan. Oh, you were talking to me. Okay. Alright, White Chacham. What's the last movie I remember watching that had a surprisingly downer ending? Let's Be Cops. Robert Nitor. Alrighty, time for your first question. What is it about Resident Evil that made me love it so much? The survival horror element of it. The characters it developed. And throughout pretty much the whole series, they remain, to me anyway, I feel like they remained consistent with the storylines and whatnot. So yeah. Ed's 28th. Rasengan or Shidori? Rasengan. There's so many more variations of it than Chidori. Man of Muff. When are we going to test 3-way? After the stream or on another day? I'll try real quick after the stream, but it's not going to last, like, very long. Might try for, like, a few minutes or something, if it works. But no, I'm not going to make a whole session out of it, because I got stuff to do. Arturo Torres. Favorite Resident Evil character that was only in the CGI films? Favorite character that's only in the CGI films? That would be... probably Angela. Isn't that her name? White Chatron. Have Capcom make a third Chronicles game or a file number 3? File number 3, much more than a third Chronicles. I don't think we need a third Chronicles. There hasn't... I don't know. Have there been... There probably have been enough games to have a Chronicles, but it's just like... all the games that came out after... like, are in a different perspective, you know. Anyway, Dallas Martinez. Chris Redfield from Code Veronica versus Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil 4. Yeah, Leon Kennedy. Easy. Absolute MMA 101. Yeah. Now you know. AG22, would I be pissed if you spoiled Deadpool 2 for me? Yeah, so don't even do it. Wyatt Chatron. Have the economy collapse or everyone I know gets cancer? We can survive on a weak economy, so I'm not going to wish cancer on anybody. Alright, Agent 22. Do I think at a point in time people will run out of names for movies? It will take a very long time, but maybe one day. I don't know, though. There's over 1 billion words in the English language. And it's 1 billion... So that's 1 billion... No. Actually, I don't think we will. We may be using the same words, but there's many different combinations we could use. It's a billion factorial. You know how huge that is? 52 factorial is crazy enough. I only know that because of a Vsauce video I watched. But 1 billion factorial, that's out of this universe. So no, we will never run out of names for movies, games, TV shows, music. No, nothing. Nightboy Ryan, hardest part of Resident Evil 2. For me personally, I mean, no part is hard for me since that's my favorite game ever. But I would say probably the hardest part for a beginner to learn probably is defeating William Birkin, not in his final form in Scenario 2, but his final form in Scenario 1, the second to last form, when he's a prancing monster dog, basically. He's pretty lethal then. I would say, yeah, right there. Carlos Aranda, End of Zoe and Not a Hero were inconsistent with the title. The end of Zoe marked that Zoe was going to die. I guess. But was Chris considered a hero at the end? Dallas Martinez, have I heard of a PS2 game that is also on the PS4 named The Warriors? No, don't really care. Steven the Human Monster actually made it, and here's your question. Have I ever cried to it? Have I ever cried to death in Resident Evil even a little, or felt like it? No. Because in the end, I know it's just a video game. Wyatt Chatron, have my girlfriend think I'm bisexual, but I'm really not. Or be actually bisexual and she never knows. I'd rather she think I'm bi, but I'm actually not. Ed's 28th. Which do I prefer more? RPD main hall or RPD first floor music? The first floor music. AG22. Have I ever watched any beheading videos? It's traumatized. Can you even find those on YouTube? You probably can, but no. But yeah, honestly, I probably have seen some beheaded videos here and there. Don't say I take much pleasure from it, though. Alright, Spy Red Rum. Who would win in a gladiator battle area? Barry Burton with Silver Serpent, Chevrolet SUV and 5 sandwiches with herbs versus Nemesis and William Birkin. Who will win? What the hell? Yeah, the first thing you said. Arturo Torres. If I could change and change back into any boss from Resident Evil, who would it be? Nemesis. Man of Muff. My favorite Resident Evil 7 DLC as of now. Probably End of Zoe. I love the fact that it's pretty much all melee only. Nightboy Ryan, you remember having trouble beating that form when you were 10. It took you maybe 2 to 3 years to beat. So yeah, it is a difficult part, isn't it? Wyatt Chatron, general trivia question. Who is the leader of South Korea? I can't remember his name at the moment. Dallas Martinez, The Warriors is a combat fighting game. The gameplay takes since '79. Alright, Wyatt Chatron, would I rather have a South Korean or a Vietnamese girlfriend? Both are obviously Asian and would therefore be super petite and hot. Out of the two choices, probably Vietnamese. And you sent a question, it looks like, on... Okay, I'm going to answer this real quick. Be Chris's bitch or have to do everything he tells you. And have to do everything he tells you. Or Leon's. Alright. AG22. You went on best score. Your friend told you and you got tear. Yikes. The Grim Reaper. Am I doing okay? What do you mean? I mean, yeah, I coughed a couple times because I'm like at the very end of a cold right now or something. Man of what are beheading videos? You probably don't want to know. Robert Nitor. Is the first Resident Evil the shittiest Resident Evil game ever? No. 6 is. No, actually, in the main series maybe, but if you count all games, Umbrella Corps and Operation Raccoon City are the shittiest games. Arturo Torres. Would I still be with my girlfriend if she mutated and looked like the Neeks? It depends on whether or not she was trying to kill me. What? Spend 1 year in jail, or my sister had to spend 1 year in jail. In both scenarios, it would be for the crimes we didn't commit. Well, really, if the amount of time is different and the outcome is no different, then personally, she's getting thrown to jail. What? Also, who would have a better chance of surviving against U8? Annette Birkin or Ben Bertolucci? Probably Annette. Because she probably knows the virus a little better. AG22. Plan on having any tattoos? Not anytime soon, but it does cross my mind every once in a while. And I do have an idea of what it would be if I ever did get one. It would be the Umbrella logo, probably. Okay. Carlos Aranda, look up the Warriors. It's the best 70s action. I don't care, Carlos. Stop bringing it up. Nightboy Ryan, smash a cowgirl, or you can't think of another, but would I? I mean, if she offered, I guess, but that's kind of up there. Dallas Martinez, the game cost $14.99 on the PS4 store. Enough with freaking Warriors. Spy Redrum, who would I have as a personal bodyguard? A tyrant who will protect me until the end, or all the bug monsters which fight each other to see who is better? Then I would rather have the tyrant. Yeah. Man, if you hate tattoos, I don't mind them. Robert Nitor, was the damn Left 4 Dead 2 DLC in Resident Evil 6 true? I don't know. I didn't see it. Then again, I never played Left 4 Dead 2, so I'm not sure what it's like, you know. Septian, Arif, and R. What is my favorite female character? Ada Wong. Alright, Wyatt Chatron. Get a huge wart on the side of my face every time I eat pizza that lasts me a week, or only be able to eat pizza once a year. You know how many times I would have that wart? Because pizza is my favorite food, and I'd probably have it close to every other week. I'd probably sacrifice the pizza and only have it once a year, but I would make sure it's very special. And, like, the best kind there is. Alright, also, would I rather have my own town be overrun by frogs or by flies? Frogs. Yeah, frogs. Frogs don't bother me. I don't find them disgusting. In fact, I let them jump on my hand if possible. And flies are just, they're annoying, and they represent, like, what's the word? Decay. It's kind of disgusting. So yeah, frogs, for sure. Arturo Torres, if I were about to turn into a zombie, what would my suicide pistol be? If I could get my hands on one, probably a Beretta 92F. Okay, AG22, bang Claire or Ingrid? Ingrid. Smart-looking chicks, like, they have an advantage. Ed's 28th, Civic or City? Civic, I guess. I can't live the city life. Man of Muff, you love Joe Baker and End of Zoe. What about me? I think he's badass for his age, and he's like Louisiana and Bayou demeanor, but yeah, he's awesome. Wyatt Chatron, favorite board game? Huh. Does chess count? It should. Chess. Robert Nitor, do I have any phobias? I do have a slight fear of heights, acrophobia. It depends on the situation. It's weird. Like, I can fly in an airplane, and it doesn't bother me whatsoever. But if I can't go on a free fall ride, that's like more than, I don't know, that's more than 100 feet. Yeah. So yeah, I would say heights. Wyatt Chatron, favorite card game? Cards Against Humanity. AG22, favorite loophole? Favorite loophole? I don't really have a favorite loophole. I never considered having a favorite loophole unless you count a wormhole. Carlos Aranda, never mess with old guys. Yeah, damn straight. Amazingly, I've been able to keep up this whole time. Probably because of the slow mode. So yeah, it's not going off unless this gets really slow. Alright, been at this for 30 minutes. have my timer still has a little over 31 minutes left. Alright. Wyatt Chotron. Favorite thing about End of Zoe and least favorite thing about it. My favorite thing about End of Zoe is the fact that you use your bare fist the entire time with Joe Baker. My least favorite thing about it are the fucking crawling molded. Because with him, see, off camera, I just recently played End of Zoe again, but in normal mode, and those crawling ones are almost impossible to kill with just your bare fist. I had to break out the M21 shotgun for those fuckers. Alright, Arturo Torres. Isn't it strange how Billy's handgun, which is the Colt 1911, takes 9mm ammo, but Kevin's personal handgun, which is also a 1911, takes 45 ammo? Yep, there are many, many, many inconsistencies when it comes to the whole franchise. Big time. I mean, no one can really keep up with them. Unless you had unless you had a staff member somewhere who was involved with every single one of them. But does that person exist, really? Wyatt Chotron, thoughts on End of Zoe's audio quality? It's no different than every other rendition of Resident Evil 7, but I did enjoy the soundtrack quite a bit, so I'd give it a thumbs up. Man of Muff, and never mess with Asian women. Yeah, you don't mess with Asians, period. Not just women. Alright, Robert Nitor, heh, so it's Heights then. At least you don't feel like the only one anymore. Also, Joe Baker is a great badass. Yes, he is. AG22, is there a loophole for the slow mode? There is, but I'm not going to share it with you. Wyatt Chotron knows what it is. Wyatt Chotron, favorite version of Monopoly besides the classic original version? I don't know if I've ever actually played an alternative version of Monopoly, but if anything, one of the YouTube channels I recently watched, it's a skateboard channel, they played Skate Monopoly, which was quite interesting, actually. Alright, also, would I rather play poker against you or against Leon? If I lose, give the opponent everything I own. If I win, nothing happens. What kind of a deal is that? I'm not going to play then. You didn't say that wasn't an option. Bill Plumley, what's up? Any plans for the holiday weekend? Oh, yeah. I'm going to see Deadpool later today. And then tomorrow, unfortunately, I work. But I'll have someone around that will make it more interesting, you know? Alright. Edge 28th. If not sedan, which do I prefer? SUV or pickup truck? I probably prefer an SUV. I'm not into trucks very much, unless they're like super smooth. Man of Muff. Have I got killed in End of Zoe off camera? Yes, I did. 6 times. Normal mode is way harder than easy mode. Can't imagine Joe must die. Arturo Torres. What do I think of Chris's shotgun and Not a Hero modeled after? What do I think it's modeled after? I don't know. It looks like a machine gun, but it's a shotgun, so I feel like it was modeled after a machine gun of some sort. Septian Arif. Favorite Resident Evil Outbreak character? Kevin Ryman. Spy Redrum. Resident Evil 6 feels like the Michael Bay Transformers movie. That's one way to put it. Carlos Aranda. Rate on normal difficulty from 1 to 10. 7. AG22, how much would you have to pay me for the slow mode loophole? See, the problem is, I would have to tell you privately somehow. I can't tell you over this live stream, otherwise everybody knows it. So, I mean, you have to be pretty desperate to really want to get over the slow mode. But I feel like I shouldn't take a bribe just to let you know. It's not that big of a deal. But I mean, the biggest donation I've ever received was from Wyatt Chotron, which was $52.52. So you have to come around that, I say, let's just make it an even 50. How about that? Robert Nitor. You don't mess with Asians, mate. White Chutron. Please look up Getopoly and tell you if it's something I'd play. Yeah, and fall behind while we're at it, why don't we? So it's like, it's totally a ghetto version of Monopoly. Instead of, it's loan sharks you're dealing with and whatnot. No. Probably not. Would probably not play that. Alright. White Chotron, have I gotten the dual gauntlets in the End of Zoe? No, not yet. Also, you think Colt 1911 may be able to be equipped with both 45 and 9mm ammo, depending on the model. Man of Muff, by who did I get killed in End of Zoe off camera? By the 3 times by an alligator and 3 times by a crawling molded. Alright. Arturo Torres, meet Keanu Reeves or meet Matthew Mercer? Keanu Reeves. He's a much more popular actor. AG22, do I know how to build Legos? Is there really something to building them? Either way, I don't have Legos. I never did, so I don't bother with them. Wyatt Chatron, did I know that Capcom tried to coin a new genre name for Resident Evil 6? Bonus points if I know what that name of the genre is. They tried to invent with that game. Horror action. No. I have no idea. Also, be forced to forever call my dad Mr. Poopballs, or be forced to forever call my mom Mrs. Pisspot. What the hell? I'd rather call my dad Mr. Poopballs. He'll probably just laugh about it. FBI. Yeah, sure. Would I rather have an AK or an M4? I'd rather have an AK. Robert Nitor. Is it you, or why does Resident Evil 7 and its DLCs make the swamps of Louisiana so creepy? That means it's effective, and it's truly a survival horror game, if you ask me. No, yeah, the swamps are creepy. Man of Muff, how did I get killed? How did I get killed by crocodiles in the end of Zoe? It must be insta-kill. It is insta-kill. It wasn't like that in easy mode for some reason, but in normal mode, yeah, it's like insta-kill. Septian or Reef Nor. Do I prefer Tekken or Mortal Kombat? Tekken. A lot more than Mortal Kombat. I like Mortal Kombat, but Tekken is my second favorite game franchise after Resident Evil. And my third is Crash Bandicoot. Alright. Carlos Aranda. Have I started or did research on the weapons and melees? So, I have to beat End of Zoe a little more to unlock the rest of the weaponry. And it's basically for the melee, too. And then, for everything else, it's just about, like, making save points, which can only be done in certain DLCs. But, all the banned footage, I think those are only, like, one-time plays. Or, like, you can't save in the middle of it, I think. I'm not sure. So, when it comes to doing the weapon review of all the banned footage, I kind of have to do it on the fly. It's kind of difficult. It's going to be a little while before I finally get these next 2 videos out to you guys, to be honest. Alright, Wyatt Chatron. Change my name to the one and only Wyatt Chatron or to the amazing Murat Balamza. Seriously. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. The amazing Murat Balamza sounds more appealing than the one and only Wyatt Chatron. Fearless. It's been a long time. So you got a lot of questions. You'll ask only 2 questions per line. Something like that. Well, you got like 21 minutes left. Wyatt, would I rather be with someone I love who doesn't love me, or be with someone who loves me but that I don't love? Uh, I'd rather have someone love me that I don't, actually. Dramatic horror was what they called it. Whatever. Alright, AG22. In Resident Evil 4, did I find out for myself about shooting the lake would trigger an insta-death cutscene, or did someone tell me? I found out through the internet, and then I tried it. Yeah, I didn't find that myself. Who in their right mind would, like, shoot into the lake? Arturo Torres, be forced to cosplay as Sherry from Resident Evil 6, or be forced to cosplay as Ada Wong? If I was forced to cosplay a Resident Evil female character, Ada Wong, I wouldn't mind. Why, Chatron, did I ever play Tatsunoko vs. Capcom? No. Iron Maidens vs. Chimera? Iron Maiden. Fearless, have I been enjoying my PS4, and if so, what did I like best about it? The best thing, what do I like the most about it right now is probably the HD remake trilogy of Crash Bandicoot. Carlos Ronda, what's the longest I've taken to release a video? Probably like 2, maybe 3 months. But yeah, that can't happen now because of these Q&As. But if you go besides the Q&As, it should never take me that long again to make a video. Like, I'm too proud of my channel to let it go that far. And Age of 22, you did since you were shooting for fish, and all of a sudden I triggered the cutscene. Yeah, the first time I played through, I didn't even see the fish, and between then and when I tried the lake, I already had looked up the thing. Yeah, shooting the lake in Resident Evil 4 does an instant cutscene death. It's something I probably will show in my full play of Resident Evil 4 at some point, whether it will be during the main playthroughs or like during the bonus content. Arturo Torres, do I have any favorite rail shooters besides Darkside or Umbrella Chronicles? No, I'm not sure if I've ever played any other rail shooters besides those games, really. Septian Arif or NR, where's my PS2? Am I still playing it? I haven't played on it for quite some time, especially ever since I got a PS2 emulator on my laptop. But if you really want to know, it's funny you asked that. It is literally behind this screen. Like, that is kind of crazy that you just asked that. Because look. Here it is. PS2. That's actually, yeah, that's kind of creepy that you just asked that, actually. Because it's literally right behind the screen. Okay. And just like that, because people are freaking, because Wyatt asked a 2-line question, now I'm falling behind. So, choose from the following 2 loadouts to survive zombie apocalypse. Standard zombie apocalypse, okay. Vendetta Leon as my partner, Claire's Rev 2 P10 with capacity 2, 1 Rev 2 exploding bottle, and 1 parachute, or Resident Evil 7 Chris as my partner, Rev 2's Glock 18C with burst 1, and 1 Resident Evil 4 incendiary grenade, 1 Resident Evil 4's tactical vest that Leon demands on using 75% of the time. I'd still go with loadout B. It just seemed better all around. You know, I have to admit, when I answer these questions, I forget the way you start the question. I forget, like, what kind of apocalypse we're talking about. I focus all of my attention on just the loadouts you gave me. I don't pay attention to the creatures, which I probably should, because it could mean the difference of life and death. Alright. Fear Gale. Zombie kill. You propried these questions. I like these. Flaming baseball to the head or slice its face with a tennis racket net. We'll go with slice its face with a tennis racket net. AG22. In Resident Evil 5, do I know where all the emblems are located at the top of my head? No. Not if I just try to think about it. Maybe when I play through the game, it will come back to me as I'm playing through. But to be perfectly honest, I feel like I'm actually going to miss a few, like in the first playthrough. So I might have to, like, off camera, like, look up again, like, where they all were. Because, yeah, I'm not going to hide it. I did use a guide to get all of those emblems. I didn't try to look for them on my own. I just wanted to get that achievement as soon as possible. But ever since I got all of them, I actually memorized where they were. So, same with the treasures. Like, I knew where all the treasures were, but it's been a very long time since I played, like, any of the modern games through, like, regularly, so I might need extra help with all of that, like, whether it's internet or you guys. Robert Nitor, would it be a good idea to put myself in a Resident Evil situation as a soldier? Not the bullshit that Chris has been through in Resident Evil 6, but rather as a normal soldier fighting with a squad. Would it be a good idea to put myself in that situation? Probably not. I'm not much of a fighter. I don't have it in me. Alright, Man of Muff. What does the instant death cutscene in Resident Evil 4 looks like after shooting the lake? The Del Lago literally just comes right up and swallows you. It's like instantaneous. Like, Leon doesn't even know what happens to him before it's too late. It's kind of like, it was created as like more of a jump scare, really. It's not really a mesmerizing death. Arturo Torres, have Krauser's arm blade, which I can change back into normal, or Manuela's burning blood. I'd rather have Krauser's arm. Alright. Another loadout question. Survive the another zombie apocalypse. Alright, Resident Evil 4's shotgun with Focus 1, 2 dual-wielded Walther PPKs, each with fire rate 2, and 2 needles with shots of adrenaline, and them just for a desperate situation. Or Revelations 2's TAWS 194-02M with Reload 1, 2 dual-wielded Beretta 93Rs, each with Reload 1, and Revelations 5 that only works 80% of the time. I think in that case, I'll go with loadout A. Yeah. Fearless, favorite Resident Evil meme, and what character do I think has the coolest hairstyle? Well, I'm going to answer the hairstyle question first. I'm going to go with Leon. Resident Evil meme? I have this. Alright, Ed's 28th. Edward Ashford is among the few good guys of Umbrella. Edward Ashford? I don't know if he was one of the good guys. Alexander Ashford I would consider. But see, Edward Ashford, James Marcus, and Oswell E. Spencer were the 3 original founders of Umbrella. See, Oswell E. Spencer and James Marcus were evil dudes, that's for sure. So maybe Edward Ashford was a good guy. I don't know much about Edward Ashford, though. Oh God, AG22. Which Bella sister would I let suck me off? I have to pick. Good Lord. The one in the blue. Spy Red Rum. Would I play a Resident Evil version of Monopoly? Hell yeah. Fear Gale. Zombie kill. Straight punch through the face or bull charge through the torso. Straight punch through the face. Carlos Aranda. You hated in Vendetta that they made Rebecca a damsel in distress. She was capable of so much more. Yeah, I feel like they sort of downplayed her a little bit too myself. I don't know. No. White Chatron, Deadpool versus Lady Deadpool. Please Google image search Lady Deadpool. Isn't... I mean, what's really the difference between them? One's male, one's female. Do they have the same power? Well, anyway, I don't think either would win, because if they have the same power, neither of them can die. But I always thought, so of course, there's always a female version of every superhero. So, yeah, that's no surprise. But I believe Deadpool's, like, fictional girlfriend is Mistress Death. Alright. Alright, why El Gigante versus 100 Ivies? I think those 100 Ivies would actually come out on top. Arturo Torres. Will I one day have my girlfriend on one of these streams? Maybe. I'll have to discuss it with her, though. Robert Nitor. The fucking Chris punches a boulder shit was so ridiculous. Yeah, wasn't it? AG22. Last question before you go. Which sport am I better at? You don't know. You know I don't play sports. Well, the only sport that I maybe like would even attempt these days would be golf, actually. Golf. White Chatron, Eliminator versus Fenrir. Eliminator. Centurion versus U3. I forget what the Centurion is. Oh, jeez. This is in Resident Evil 0. I don't even remember this thing, since I only played through that game like twice ever. I'd say U3. Feargale, have I ever read any gaming magazines, and have I ever been clickbaited? I've been clickbaited a few times. And no, I don't read gaming magazines. I'm just not much of a gamer, that anymore. I don't follow things like that. I'm not much of a reader, actually. So I don't collect magazines, books, or anything like that. Ed's 28th. Brian Fury or Bruce Irving from Tekken? Brian Fury, for sure. They're both kickboxers, I understand that. Robert Nitor. Yeah, Deadpool's in a relationship with death. That's why. Yeah. Nightboy, you're out for the night. Good night. Bye. Spy Red Rum, you love how Joe Baker, how he eats 3 different types of arthropods to heal instead of using an herb of unknown origins. True that. It just makes him even more, like, savage. Arturo Torres, your last question before you leave. Have floor-length hair that I can't cut, or have the voice of an anime girl? I think I'd probably rather have the voice of an anime girl. People might actually find that cute. Wyatt Chatron, U3 versus Iluzija. Iluzija. Also, Swarm or Torpedo Kids versus Swarm of Gizio. Swarm of Torpedo Kids versus Swarm of Gyozo. Gyozo. Didn't you already ask that? Man of Muff. See it, Eliminator in Resident Evil Wiki. Why? Do you think I answered incorrectly? God damn it. Yeah, Eliminators were the baboons. So the question was, Eliminator versus Fenrir. Yeah, I still go with Eliminator. All right, Figo. Have I watched any Marvel movies in theaters recently? And is that a Resident Evil poster you see on the wall behind me to the left? Yeah, it is. Actually, so this thing is Resident Evil World, and this picture back here, which your text is blocking, is basically it's every single Resident Evil character, like up to Resident Evil Darkside Chronicles, and like the most popular enemies. But yeah, to answer your first question, have I watched any Marvel movies in theaters recently? The most recent one I watched was actually Black Panther. I watched it with my girlfriend. Edge 28th. Cable or the Winter Soldier? What? I guess the Winter Soldier. Robert Nitor. The Terminator versus Chris Redfield. Or Albert Wesker. Well, if freaking a standard soldier and a woman in distress can defeat the Terminator, then Chris Redfield sure as hell can. Carlos Aranda, did they say the name of that operator? Who was helping Chris? I don't know. I don't think they did. Wyatt Chotron, Axeman versus Big Man Magini. Big Man Magini. Adjule versus Colmillo. Adjule versus Colmillo. What's the Adjule? I forgot. Oh, of course, it's a dog of some sort. In Resident Evil 5. So Resident Evil 5's dog versus Resident Evil 4's dog. Resident Evil 4's dog. Yeah, Colmillo. Everything in Resident Evil 4 just seems so, like, brutal. Like, no mercy. Shit. So, Man of Muff. Do I still play Tekken 7? What is the most difficult character to face in Tekken 7? I do occasionally, and the most difficult character to face is this new DLC character. He looks like an anime character. I don't know. I can't remember his name. It's fucking cheapest character ever created. Spy Redrum. Would I rather eat the 3 arthropods from End of Zoe or drink a cup of pesto sauce every time I find an herb? Which one would I rather do? I'd probably just eat the 3 arthropods. Eating bugs can be nutritious. Alright, Fugel. What old gun from Resident Evil would I want to own? A Luger, a Colt single-action army, or C96 Mauser, which is also the Red 9? Well, if that's an option, definitely I'd rather have the Red 9. The C96 Mauser. The Grim Reaper. My favorite weapon in Resident Evil. The PRL 412. Septian Arif NR. Do I prefer the mounted machine gun or on Humvee or on boat while fighting boss? In Resident Evil 5, by the way. Gotcha. So in the Hummer or on the boat. I think I prefer the ones on the boat. Alright, Wyatt Chatrin. Why do I think the merchant even buys fish from Leon? Like, what's he do with them all? Also, did I know that there's basically only one large bass in Resident Evil? All the rest are small ones. Yeah, actually, I think I do know that. Yeah, you're right. What does he do with them? He probably eats them. Manif, where's my question? What was I doing before and after? Why'd you have to remind him of it? We could have gone through one stream where he forgot about it. Thanks, Manif. Fergal, have I ever heard of a Resident Evil 4 theory that the merchant is Luis's granddaughter? I have heard of that, actually. And it's like, it's far-fetched, but, you know, that game is almost supernatural. is paranormal. Wyatt Shotron, do I remember back in the good old days when you would ask if I had watched Vendetta every Q&A? Yeah, and it's probably going to happen again, like, with the next Resident Evil thing that comes out, whether it's a game or a movie. You're going to ask me, have I played this? Have I played this? Have I played this? Have I played this? Or have I watched this? Have I watched this? Have I watched this? Have I watched it? But anyway, Carlos Aranda, Jack and Lucas are still around after Ethan left. Is Evelyn still alive? I don't know how it works. Maybe they adapted to her mold in a way that they don't need to be linked with her anymore. Alright, Man of Muff, you're talking about... I know you're talking about Wyatt. I know you're talking to Wyatt, but still, you... Spy Red Room, dumbest death from any Resident Evil game that happened... The dumbest death from any Resident Evil game that happened to one of my playthroughs off-camera counts. So, yeah, the dumbest death from any Resident Evil game that happened to me. Probably my first zombie death when I first played Resident Evil Remake. It was stupid retarded. I'm not talking about the win of my full play. I'm talking about the very first time I played Remake. Either that, or it was actually in extreme battle mode in Resident Evil 2, which was actually on camera. Like, an ivy plant insta-killed me with its acid. Oh. Okay. That's actually the timer going off. That's the end of asking questions. So, the last question I'm going to answer will be Septian Arif's my favorite melee move in Resident Evil 6. Alright? So, Crastian the Best. He only got one question in, unfortunately. What do I think of the new Chris Redfield? A nice haircut. I agree with. Feargale. Do I think the mutated fish in Revelations were inspired by the Del Lago in Resident Evil 4? They might have been. Who knows? Alright, Wyatt Chotron. KMF. Sasha Obama, Malia Obama, and Laura Harrier from Spider-Man Homecoming. Look that last one up. Also, what was I doing before the stream and what will I be doing after? Well, before the stream, I was actually watching Naruto. Afterward, I'm going to test a 3-way Skype session, it looks like. Or not a session, just a test. Anyway, to answer your first question... Freaking A. Okay. Well, I'm going to say the exact order you listed it, Wyatt Children. Alright, also, would I rather my child be a serial killer or a zombie? Would rather him be a zombie. I'm not going to stand to have a child serial killer. Alright, last question. My favorite melee move in Resident Evil 6, Septian. Yeah, I would definitely say it is Leon's judo kick. Yep. It's very fast. It doesn't take a whole bunch of time. Yeah. Alright, that's going to do it, people. So I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. This was a decent one. It's better than a few I've had. It's not as good as other few I've had, but it's cool. Alright, well, I will see you guys in the next Q&A. I can almost guarantee I won't have the weapon review or melee move review done before the next Q&A. So you're definitely going to see me again in the next Q&A. So until then, this is Shankster94, aka The Gamer Shankster. Rate, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Patreon. Shout out to Wyatt Shotron and Carlos Aranda for being my 2 patrons on Patreon. Alrighty. Peace out.